back to MegsVlog YouTube channel. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I have specially made another really interesting topic for every one of you. And I've decided to make this video as an introductory video that focuses on English expression for your daily English. And I think everybody knows this already, heard this already. Do you have an idea? Those are the idiomatic expressions. You see that? Idiomatic expression for your daily English. There are a lot of idioms that we may learn in English, but in this video, I'm going to share with you those which are commonly used in conversational English. Because sometimes we may encounter people that are used to speaking English with a touch of idiomatic expressions. Now, let's try to define what is an idiomatic expression. Idiomatic expression, these are phrases that gives a figurative meaning, which means that the phrase, you don't take this literally just by looking on each words, okay? And these are the thing that gives a language a character, right? It gives a language a character. I'm gonna share you one experience I had before. Whenever I teach this beautiful expression way back, I feel really, I feel a little worried spending too much time explicitly teaching and explaining this to my student. And if I had to put them on a nutshell, which means I had to summarize them clearly, my reluctance would stem from a fear that my student would feel obscure and they will have a struggle on how to use these beautiful idiomatic expressions perfectly and effectively. But I always encourage them that whenever they encounter such an expression or an expression that is new to their eyes, they have to know the definition and they have to relate them. They have to relate it to their lives. So, and make a sentence out from that idiomatic expressions and make it as a daily exercise. Whenever this idiomatic expression fits in the situation, they can use them. So that's one great tip on how to use idiomatic expressions. So guys, if you're ready, shall we begin? Hi there, everybody. So just as how it was mentioned a while ago, I would like to share some idiomatic expressions that is very useful on your daily English. There's a lot of idiomatic expressions that you may learn in English, but I wanted to share the first 10 of idiomatic expressions. Okay, the first one, let's go to the number one idiom. Blessing in disguise. From the word disguise, something or someone that is pretending to be totally different from what she is or he is pretending. But in this situation, we're trying to describe a situation, not a person. Okay? To make it easier, blessing in disguise means a good thing that appears to be bad at first. For example, I am a nurse. I have been applying as a nurse in different hospitals, but unfortunately, I was not hired because of lack of experience. So after a few months, there is a situation that came in that calls for the service of nurses. So I have received a call from one of the famous hospital in London, and they called me if I could appear to an interview for the position of a nurse. So I came there, and fortunately I was hired and I could start by next month. It was totally a blessing in disguise for me, which means if I was hired before, I wouldn't be hired in one of the famous hospital in London. So this is a great opportunity, much greater than the one that I really wanted to become. Okay, understand? Okay. So if you have a sentence in mind using this very beautiful idiomatic expressions, guys, I would like to see them on my comment box below. Okay? All right. So number 2, piece of cake. What does it mean when you say piece of cake? Does it mean that you have a cake with you, beside you, that is ready to be consumed? No. Again, you don't take idiomatic expressions, its definition or its meaning literally. because it has a figurative meaning. All right, piece of cake, which means very easy. Learning English, speaking English is a piece of cake. I know that it's a piece of cake to all of you, right? Okay, it's a piece of cake. It's very easy. Okay, number 3 idiomatic expression, cost you an arm and leg. If you'll take that as literal as each words, that would be awful, right? But the meaning of it is very expensive. For example, you know what? My friend, she bought a $1,000 bag that really cost her an arm and leg to have that bag. It's really nice. Okay? Which means it's very expensive. Branded bags really would cost you an arm and leg. Okay? Or having a Ferrari would cost you an arm and leg. Okay? Very nice, right? Okay, number 4. Number 4 is get in touch. Get in touch, which means to communicate to somebody. My friend, my best friend has changed place. She's no longer living in the same town with me. She went to a different place. And I really wanted to get in touch with her all the time because I didn't want to miss her. Get it? So I always wanted to communicate with her. You understand? Okay. Now let's move on to the 5th idiomatic expression. Take ages. When you say take ages, it means ages. It means very long time. It would take for you to finish something in a very long time. For example, you are waiting for your friend. You have talked to your friend that you will go out and you will have lunch at this time, and you arrive in the exact time, and you have been waiting for her for 2 hours already. So you call her, where are you now? Where are you now? It takes ages for you to come here. It's getting late, which means it takes you very long time. Okay, you understand? Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is stick to your guns. Stick to your guns, which means you have to stand to your own decision. For example, you know what? You better stick to your guns. You're already an adult. You know what's wrong. You know what's good for you. Stop listening to someone's opinion, because most of the time someone's opinion is not really good for you. You know what's good for you. So stick to your guns. Okay? Stand for your own decision. You understand? Okay. Now next one is speaking of the devil, which means that you were actually talking about someone, and suddenly that someone appears after you mentioned that somebody. For example, Kirsten is so mean. Oh, speak of the devil. She just liked my Instagram account. Okay. Or, you know what? I really don't like her. Because she's trying to act as if she's trying to act differently. Oh, speak of the devil, she's here. It's like that. Understand? Okay. The next one is, what's the next idiom is true colors. Someone's true colors. When you say true colors, it means somebody is trying to project something that she is actually not. When you say true colors, somebody's true identity is being shown. For example, you know what? That guy, I thought he was really nice, but actually, from the time I saw him in the restaurant, how he shouted to the waiter, he really showed his true colors, which means he really showed his true identity. Do you get it? Okay. Now let's move on to the next idiom. Are we in the number 10? Okay, number 10 idiom. Okay, the 10 idiom is my pride and joy. When you say pride and joy, which means something that gives you satisfaction and happiness. For example, making vlogs is my pride and joy. Teaching English with you, basic English with you, is my pride and joy. Okay. So guys, those are the 10 beautiful and basic idiomatic expressions that you can use on your daily English. So guys, if you want, if you like some of those idiomatic expressions I have just mentioned, I want you to make your own sentences and don't hesitate to share it with me. I really would like to see those beautiful sentences that you made with the idiomatic expressions that you would like to use, which I have mentioned. Okay, so guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video that I've shared with you. Don't worry, I'm going to make another series about idiomatic expressions, okay, for your daily English. So if you haven't subscribed to this video, to my account, don't hesitate to click that red button down below and the notification bell so you will always be updated on my next video. Thank you so much, guys.